Hi everybody, this is Rose of Sharon, and as you can tell, I got a cold right now. I just recently contracted it. It's probably because I've been running around like a chicken without a head, but hey, this is the holidays, what do you expect? But this is another movie that I got a chance to watch. It's called Freddie Mercury, The Greatest Showman, Ultimate Review. And as you can see, I picked it up from the library. It's my idol, one of my idols, I should say. And it's actually more revealing than Bohemian Rhapsody was. Bohemian Rhapsody just lightly touches upon the topics of Mercury himself, or I should say Balsara. He was born in Zanzibar, which is a really small country. And he grew up as a Zoroastrianist, and he and his dad, of course, it doesn't really discuss this in the documentary that this company did. It doesn't really say which company did this. It's fantastic. It's so very well done. I wish I could have met Farouk, because I think that we would have gotten along exceedingly well, just because his whole the warmness of his personality and just how loving he was, and he just wanted to make everybody feel special. And they actually exemplified that in showing how he would walk from one end of the stage to the other, and you get everybody just really pumped up and psyched about the performance. And it wasn't hard to. The band itself went through its ups and its downs, and he also went into a solo career. And when he died, I felt like a family member left my life, and it was really devastating for me. It took a lot out of me when he died. I was young, but it hurt, because listening to a lot of those songs was my childhood, and I love Queen, I love Freddie Mercury, and I just feel like I knew the man even though I never met him. And he had a lot of charisma and massive sex appeal, and it was easy to see that no matter that he was gay, it didn't matter, because it's easy to see why a lot of people were attracted to him. But I find it very intriguing that on the stage he was completely different. It's like he led a double life. He was very just flamboyant and he was out there entertaining the masses, wanting them to feel like they were important, that he cared about them, which he did. I mean, he owed it to the fans. Like in We Are the Champions, that's my favorite song other than Don't Stop Me Now and The Show Must Go On. We Are the Champions is my ultimate favorite Queen song other than We Will Rock You. But We Are the Champions, one of the lyrics that comes from it is, I've paid my dues, time after time, I've paid my sentence, but committed no crime. No, it's not the first actual lyric of it. Is it's the second verse. I've taken my bows and my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all. But it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I've gotten I've had so many I've been beaten so many times, but actually he was knocked down so many times that I'll never lose. And that particular lyric really stood out to me, because I'm not famous, but I can relate to the lyric just because there are times in my life where I've been beaten down and knocked down and almost thought that, I'm done. But despite that, I continued to go forward, and knowing that things would improve, even though at the time I just felt like, how am I ever going to get out of this pit of despair? I did. But it's just, he was an incredible, innovative forward-thinking trailblazer, and I don't think that his popularity would have worked that well in this day and age, but the documentary is absolutely fascinating. If you're like me and you want to know a little bit more about him, then it gives everything from his birth up until his death, and his ashes are in Kensington, but the actual location, and of course I've read a lot of articles about this, so I know a little bit more than the average bear, but his actual true burial place is only known by the people in his family. I think even his significant other, his life partner knows about it, his ex-wife, friend, because he was quite the pansexual, I think, but even though he was gay, I think personally that he was pan, honestly, because he loved so many people and he was just involved in all these orgies. And just like the book about him says, it was just this hedonistic debauchery that took place at Queen concerts. And I thought, oh, good Lord God, yeah, in this day and age, you can't do that. No, not unless you want to get an STD or an STI. Probably more STD than STI, but he knew. There was a point, and I thought, oh, this is intriguing. I didn't even know, but they speak about how Freddie actually knew that he was dying, that he was ill, and he realized he was getting close to the end of his career. And I read a lot of articles about it. There was one that made me cry, but nonetheless, a really bright beacon went out. But his music still causes hope, and his songs actually give me a lot of hope and a lot of happiness. And Don't Stop Me Now is actually one of my theme songs. So, yeah, I love to sing it. We Are the Champions just reminds me of my mom. But the movie is 5 stars. It's a great documentary if you're intrigued or compelled or transfixed by one Mr. Mercury. He really influenced the world of rock, and it's easy to see why. Just his inferences, his knowledge of just different kinds of styles of music is very, 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 very vast. And I thought, oh yeah. I mean, as a student of music, I can totally latch onto those styles, and I can hear what he did with them. And he was a virtuoso. He was a genius. I wanted to discuss a few things I'm working on. I came up with a new idea not too long ago, and it's about a true fact. It comes with the knowledge of the statistics I know about this, but chocolate itself, or cacao, is on the decline, but the story itself takes that idea and makes it a post-apocalyptic story because it takes place in the not too distant future. And my main character is off the grid. She's in Brazil, in South America, actually producing it. The real thing, not synthetic chocolate, but real chocolate. People are dying for chocolate. People are using chocolate for evil purposes, like making drugs out of it. Because in this future, people can make whatever they want using genetics, so they can alter the code in any kind of object that they wish, and make it bend and wend to their own desires, and that's not so good. It's a bit of a cautionary tale, I think, and I don't know how I'm going to end it. I have the general premise in my mind, but it'll be new and different. And I'm working on a story that my friend Thriller Durain gave me, and right now I'm 5 pages deep in it. I'm hoping it'll be a little bit longer, but it keeps evolving as I write, so it's interesting. I really like where it's going. I'll be getting back to Marauders eventually. I haven't really touched Marauders in a long time, I'm working on an autobiography called Hot and Highest High Libido. That's in process. It's always going to be in process up until the time that I won't have time to write it anymore, because I want people to make up their own conclusions as to what happened to the authoress. I'm writing a collaboration with my wonderful, beautiful friend, Bright Star Angie. I'm going to pull up the title. I can't think of the title right off the top of my head. This is Hypercharged. Yeah, it's called Hypercharged. So that's intriguing. It's a little bit different. And the next one will be called The Fire Spirit. The Fire Spirit Awakens is what it's going to be called. Very Star Wars-esque, but that's all I gotta say. And I'll keep you updated. Till next time. Live long, prosper. Ciao, Titi.